Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. When we look at the history of the San Francisco 49ers, one name that stands out is Joe Montana, the man who defined an era of dominance for this legendary franchise. Montana wasn't just a great quarterback. He was a symbol of excellence, poise under pressure, and most importantly, a winner. His time with the 49ers spanned from 1979 to 1992, a period that saw the team rise to prominence in the NFL under the leadership of Coach Bill Walsh. Montana's arrival in San Francisco in 1979, after being drafted in the third round of the NFL draft, was the beginning of something special. At first glance, his unassuming demeanor and average college career might not have foretold the kind of success he would later achieve. But Montana's intelligence, accuracy, and ability to read defenses set him apart. Those qualities would help him lead the 49ers to 4 Super Bowl titles, an unmatched feat that to this day stands as a testament to his greatness. It's hard to overstate just how critical Montana was to the 49ers' success in the 1980s. His first Super Bowl victory came in the 1981 season when the 49ers defeated the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 16. Montana's performance in that game was nothing short of legendary. Trailing by 3 points in the final moments, he orchestrated a 92-yard game-winning drive, one of the most iconic in NFL history. The drive was capped off with a touchdown pass to wide receiver Freddie Solomon, a moment that would mark the beginning of Montana's legacy in the postseason. But Montana didn't stop there. In Super Bowl 9, the 49ers faced the Miami Dolphins, and Montana was in top form again, throwing for over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. His ability to perform in the biggest games, to remain calm and composed when the stakes were highest, solidified his reputation as one of the most clutch quarterbacks the league has ever seen. His perfect 4-0 Super Bowl record remains untarnished, and it is one of the most revered statistics in NFL history. The 1989 season might have been the peak of Montana's career. The 49ers finished with a dominant 14-2 record, and Montana's leadership on the field was exceptional. He threw for over 3,500 yards and 26 touchdowns that season, leading the team to another Super Bowl victory. In Super Bowl 12, the 49ers demolished the Denver Broncos 55-10, a scoreline that underscored Montana's mastery of the game. Once again, he was named Super Bowl MVP, proving that he was, without question, the most dominant quarterback of his era. Beyond his Super Bowl success, Montana's time with the 49ers marked an era of sustained excellence. Under Coach Walsh, the 49ers revolutionized the passing game, creating an offensive juggernaut that became the blueprint for success in the NFL. Montana's quick release, pinpoint accuracy, and ability to distribute the ball to a variety of playmakers made the 49ers offense nearly impossible to stop. His connection with legendary wide receiver Jerry Rice, tight end Brent Jones, and running back Roger Craig became the core of one of the most potent offensive units in NFL history. But Montana's legacy isn't just about the accolades and the trophies. It's about how he changed the culture of the 49ers. He brought a level of professionalism and determination that set the tone for the entire team. His leadership on and off the field was a key component of the 49ers' success. Montana's calmness in critical moments, his ability to lead by example, and his refusal to be rattled in high-pressure situations became the standard that future quarterbacks would be held to. As the 49ers transitioned into the 1990s, Montana's legacy continued to influence the team's identity. Despite suffering significant injuries that ultimately ended his tenure in San Francisco, his impact on the franchise was undeniable. After Montana left the 49ers in 1993, the team would go on to win another Super Bowl under Steve Young. But It was Montana's foundation that helped establish the 49ers as one of the most successful teams in NFL history. Montana's career, however, wasn't just about what he did in San Francisco. His move to the Kansas City Chiefs in 1993 was another chapter in his storied career. Despite his age and injury troubles, Montana led the Chiefs to the playoffs, and his time in Kansas City only further cemented his place among the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Montana may not have won another Super Bowl in Kansas City, but his ability to take the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game in 1993, just 2 years after joining the team, showcased his enduring greatness and his ability to perform in clutch moments. In reflecting on Joe Montana's career, it's clear that his greatness goes beyond statistics and championships. He was a leader, a competitor, and a symbol of excellence. His impact on the 49ers and on the NFL as a whole is immeasurable. Montana's story is not just one of personal achievement, it's a story of a team, a franchise, and a league that were forever changed by his brilliance. Joe Montana will always be remembered as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and his legacy as a centerpiece of the 49ers dynasty in the 1980s is an indelible part of NFL history. As the 1980s came to a close, the San Francisco 49ers had firmly established themselves as the NFL's dominant force, thanks in large part to Joe Montana's leadership and skill. But as we entered the 1990s, change was on the horizon. The landscape of the NFL was evolving, and so too was the 49ers' quest for supremacy. The departure of Montana in 1993 after a career riddled with triumphs signified the end of an era. His injuries had taken their toll, and with the emergence of Steve Young, the 49ers needed to embrace a new chapter. Steve Young, who had been waiting in the wings for years, was now thrust into the spotlight. Known for his unique dual-threat ability as a quarterback, Young's transition into the starting role was one of the most anticipated moments in 49ers history. He had already established himself as a capable backup to Montana, but now he would be tasked with continuing the legacy that Joe had built. Young's athleticism and skill set were different from Montana's, but the expectation remained the same: lead the 49ers back to the promised land of Super Bowl glory. The 1994 season would prove to be Young's breakout year. His performances that season were nothing short of spectacular, with Young throwing for over 3,400 yards and 35 touchdowns. More importantly, he led the 49ers to a Super Bowl title, securing the franchise's 5th championship and proving that the torch had been passed seamlessly from Montana to Young. Super Bowl 9th, in which the 49ers defeated the San Diego Chargers. 49-26 was a defining moment for Young's career. He threw for a Super Bowl record 6 touchdown passes, earning the game's MVP honors and cementing his place in 49ers lore. Despite Young's success, it was impossible to escape the shadow of Joe Montana. The comparisons between the two quarterbacks were inevitable, given their similar paths to greatness. While Montana had defined the 1980s, Young was now carving his own path in the 1990s. But unlike Montana, who had often been viewed as the calm, collected leader, Young's game was marked by his electric playmaking ability, characterized by his speed and improvisation. His skill set allowed him to extend plays and scramble out of the pocket, making him a dangerous weapon on the field. One of the most notable aspects of Young's tenure as the 49ers starting quarterback was his ability to lead the team in different ways. While Montana had been known for his precision and control in the pocket, Young brought a new dimension to the offense. His ability to run the football and make plays with his legs added an extra layer of unpredictability to the 49ers game. A plan. In many ways, Young was a precursor to the modern-day dual-threat quarterbacks we see today, players who can both pass and run with exceptional ability. But while he was a dynamic player, Young's success also came from his understanding of the game and his ability to read defenses, a trait he shared with Montana. However, despite all of his successes and accolades, Steve Young's time with the 49ers was also marred by a series of injuries. His career was often interrupted by concussions and other physical setbacks, which limited his ability to fully capitalize on his talents. In 1999, after being sidelined for much of the season, Young was forced to retire from the NFL. His departure marked the end of an era for the 49ers. The team, which had been one of the NFL's most dominant franchises for nearly 2 decades, found itself in a period of transition once again. The post-Young era saw the 49ers struggle to find consistent quarterback play. The team experimented with several quarterbacks, including Jeff Garcia, who had brief moments of success but never reached the heights of Montana or Young. The franchise went through a period of mediocrity, with several seasons of missed playoff appearances and little hope of reclaiming their former glory. But the 49ers had the building blocks of success: a storied tradition, an incredible fan base, and a commitment to excellence. The team just needed the right leadership to bring it all together. Fast forward to the mid-2010s, when the 49ers found themselves at another crossroads. The franchise had endured a few years of struggles, but the arrival of head coach Jim Harbaugh in 2011 marked a turning point. Harbaugh's intensity and commitment to building a tough physical team made an immediate impact on the 49ers. Under his guidance, the team returned to the NFL's elite. The 49ers made it to the NFC Championship game in 3 consecutive seasons, with the pinnacle being a heartbreaking Super Bowl loss to the Baltimore Ravens in 2012. During this period, the 49ers had a new face leading their offense, Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick, who had taken over as the starting quarterback in 2012, brought a dynamic skill set that was reminiscent of Steve Young. Like Young, Kaepernick possessed incredible athleticism and the ability to make plays with his legs, but his arm strength and deep ball accuracy made him a dangerous passer as well. Kaepernick's rise to stardom was swift, and in 2013 he helped lead the 49ers to within a hair's breadth of another Super Bowl title, only to fall short against the Ravens in the final moments. The 49ers' window of opportunity with Kaepernick was short-lived, however. Injuries and a decline in offensive production led to a breakup between the quarterback and the team. The franchise once again found itself in need of a leader to bring it back to championship contention. Since Kaepernick's departure, today 49ers have struggled to find consistent quarterback play, but the team has continually retooled and made moves to get back into the postseason. Today, the 49ers are looking to rebuild a championship contender, and in many ways, they are still searching for that next Joe Montana, someone who can lead them back to the pinnacle of the NFL. With a solid roster built around a powerful defense and an offensive line that has been revamped, the 49ers are on the verge of another resurgence. The question is not whether the team can return to greatness, but rather if they can find a quarterback who can take them to the promised land once again. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Mike McCarthy's appointment as the new head coach of the Chicago Bears marks a bold chapter in one of the NFL's most storied franchises. After a tenure in Green Bay that produced a Super Bowl victory and multiple deep playoff runs, McCarthy arrives in Chicago with a reputation for offensive innovation and championship pedigree. His challenge: reviving a Bears team that has struggled to find consistency and identity in recent seasons. McCarthy inherits a roster dotted with intriguing prospects and glaring needs. Quarterback Justin Fields, entering his 3rd year, represents both promise and uncertainty. Under McCarthy's tutelage, Fields must refine his mechanics, decision-making, and pocket presence. McCarthy's West Coast offense, predicated on precise timing routes and quarterback-friendly reads, could accelerate Fields' development, transforming raw athleticism into polished production. The Bears' playmakers also stand to benefit. Rookie wide receiver Rome Odunze and breakout tight end Cole Kmet could flourish in McCarthy's scheme, which historically emphasizes mismatches and strategic use of pass catchers. Meanwhile, a defensive unit led by veteran linebacker Tremaine Edmonds has shown flashes but requires greater cohesion. McCarthy's experience coordinating with defensive staff in Dallas and Green Bay offers hope for a unit capable of complementing an improved offense. Off the field, McCarthy's leadership style commands respect. Known for meticulous planning and a calm, authoritative presence, he will instill discipline in the locker room, yearning for stability. His proven track record in developing game plans tailored to opponent weaknesses suggests the Bears may finally harness their talent in key moments. Moreover, Chicago's fan base, renowned for its passion and scrutiny, will test McCarthy's resilience, but his years guiding teams through the crucible of high expectations have honed his ability to thrive under pressure. Financially, the Bears front office has demonstrated willingness to invest in McCarthy's vision, freeing cap space to pursue complementary free agents. A revitalized offensive line, reinforced by veteran signees, could protect Fields and establish a reliable ground game, essential components of McCarthy's balanced attack. As training camp approaches, anticipation pulses through Hallis Hall and Soldier Field alike. Will McCarthy's championship experience reignite the Bears' competitive flame? With a blend of strategic acumen, player development prowess, and leadership gravitas, Mike McCarthy arrives in Chicago not as a caretaker, but as a catalyst. The 2025 season beckons as his proving ground, a chance to restore Bear pride and chase the Lombardi Trophy once more. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.